Peace, Virgo. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have been doing the absolute most this rising. Eyebrows barely hanging in there after all the fucking sweating I've been doing. Alright, this is gonna go for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, as well as North Node. Please take the messages as they resonate. Everything is not gonna resonate with you. And roles can be reversed. I do apologize for the delay, y'all. Homeschooling did start in my home. So trying to find a balance between running a business, homeschooling, and going live is hard. And unfortunately, my lives are usually the ones that fall short because I don't get paid for them. Technically, I do by Facebook, but fuck Facebook pay. That shit's not reliable. But anyways, let me calm my energy down. I'm sorry, I just ran up 3 flights of steps because I had just given one of my Facebook friends like 2 big bags of old clothes of my son's. Only child syndrome. I be having so much stuff that's like not even touched or worn. Like my son had a brand new pair of shoes, probably worn 2 different times. And then after that for a whole year, not worn again. He flat-footed, so he don't like Jordans and like shoes that have curves in them. So I just be having shoes for days without a stain on them. I give all that shit out for free. All right, hold on. All right, we're gonna do this. And the way my son's growth spurts is sitting, he's in a size 11 in men's shoes. That boy gonna end up in a size 14 when he 18. All right. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was just shuffling to continue to catch my fat ass breath. I'm not fat, but pudgy ass breath. All right, this is gonna go for Taurus. I mean, what the fuck? This is gonna go for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, as well as North Node. Please take the messages as they resonate. Everything is not gonna resonate with you, and roles can be reversed. So Virgo, to start you guys' reading, the overall theme I have for your message today is lay it on the altar. Laying it on the altar, you guys know this is my surrender card. Surrendering, handing over your problems to the ancestors, the Most High, whatever it is that you believe in. Trying not to get too consumed with worry and fear. Trying not to live too much in the past or too much into the future. Some of you guys, this is actually advice. Some of you guys need to go ahead and make you an altar. If you don't have an altar, a prayer closet. You need a sacred space in your home so you can be able to surrender in peace. Some of you guys, this is about your emotional or maybe physical well-being. Okay, hold on. Okay. So for some of you guys, this is about your emotional and mental well-being. Others of you, it's physical well-being. Take it how it resonates. But it's like there's something here that is consuming your peace. Something here that it's... Let me get my fucking words together. So going back to laying on an altar and this having something to do with your well-being, your quality of life, your state of mind. Some of you guys are really craving freedom. I don't know if this is like freedom from your current circumstances right now. Some of you guys are craving a way out. This could be like maybe a way out of a contract, a way out of a lease, a way out of a relationship. I don't know. But someone's craving freedom. Someone's craving a way out. Someone's craving silence. And someone's craving to feel safe. Or they're craving a safe place to heal. And not trying to sound cliche or super duper spiritual, but as what's in, so what's out, so what's out, as what's in. Whatever it is, Virgo, if you resonate with this, that it is that you're craving, you need to go ahead and start working on that internally. Going back to surrendering. Understanding that on this realm, heaven and hell is a state of mind. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's personal beliefs. But heaven and hell is a state of mind. Even for my spiritual beings, we're not in the spiritual realm. We are on earth. So because of that, our brains, our minds, that's where the spiritual war is. That's where, I mean, that is our higher self. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because some of you guys that are sensing, are craving some type of sense of freedom or a way out, you're going to have to work on that from the inside out. Now, I do see, Virgo, my easy target is out here. What's up? Go ahead, man. I just made a post yesterday Talk about my son don't ask me when to eat because I give him a time frame when to eat. Why the fuck he just come in here and ask me to eat? Because it's 11:40 and not 12. If you see my kid, he husky. He's far from starving. But no, we don't have free range in the kitchen. But don't be making me sound like a hypocrite on social media, dude. Anyways, he's eating early. Anyways, so going back to this easy target. Some of you guys could have experienced the breadcrumb situation. This looks like the classic runner-chaser dynamic. Breadcrumb you, love bomb you, going back to breadcrumb you, going back to love bombing you. For those who is dealing with a romantic situation. Others of you, when it comes to this easy target, this is not even romantic. This could have something to do with a family, a group of friends, maybe in a workplace environment. But with this easy target card, somebody or a group of people looked at you as... okay, it's been a while since I did a collective reading, so I'm making sure I'm not jumping in aggressive. But again, take it how it resonates. Everybody's not going to resonate with this. But with this easy target card, there was a particular person, a group of people, or an environment who viewed you as desperate, lack of self-worth, slow, a people pleaser, or insecure with low self-esteem. Whatever this is that you may suffer from, for one, we all suffer from it one way or another. We all have our own demons. We all have a shadow side. But for two, you guys were dealing with people who could be able, you guys were dealing with energy vampires who could be able to pick out who's the easy target and who's not. Now, with this easy target energy, I do see over these next 30 days, the ancestors are about to put a plot twist on your path. You may have fell for the bullshit at one point in time, the BS at one point in time, but you're not going to continue to fall for it too much more longer. Virgo, you guys are in the process of being realigned. And with this realigned energy, you guys are being put in alignment for some type of promising offer. Easy target, plot twist, promising offer. And this promising offer could have something to do with what you guys are craving. That freedom, that peace, that way out that I was saying. Some of you guys are in a workplace environment and maybe you are scared because you're struggling to find another job. You're needing a way out. Maybe your boss and your coworkers look at you as an easy target. This is essentially hell on earth. Yes, your job can be hell on earth. But I see that your current situations aren't going to be lasting too much more longer. Again, sudden shifts that are coming for those who are looking for it. Others of you have been dealing with car problems, electronic problems. Ooh, someone's TV. Why I just see a grown-ass man punching a TV? Someone's, be mindful, I don't know. But electronic problems and car issues are here. Can you give me clarity on this? Because we definitely not in Mercury retrograde no more. Okay, again, take it how it resonates, Virgo. Everybody's not going to resonate with today's messages. I can tell you that. Going back to electronic problems, if this is being purposely done, I definitely see there's some type of argument, big blowout or conflict that's going to be happening. And it's like someone's trying to publicly humiliate you. Now, Virgo, you could be a man, Virgo, or you could be a masculine woman, Virgo. If you're the one that is breaking shit and slamming shit and you're like just flipping out, be mindful, someone's trying to record you. And with this public humiliation here, just kind of looks like reactive abuse, where someone is antagonizing you, antagonizing you, antagonizing you, and when you finally react, they record it. So where if this is you breaking your own shit, or somebody else's shit, or someone trying to break someone else's shit, whatever the case is, someone's trying to get somebody on camera. It's a setup. So because of this, I see that you guys need to make sure you're not allowing your emotions to overpower your intelligence right now. Some of you guys still need to work on the change. Some of you guys still need to work on changing the way you respond to certain people in certain situations, because some people know your triggers. Again, this could be a significant other, baby mama, baby daddy. This is someone who knows your triggers. This is someone who knows your insecurities, and they're purposely using that to make you go crazy. So to pull all this together, someone here that your energy is trying to drive you crazy. Simple as that. And this could be another reason why someone's craving a way out. This could be a way out of a very toxic ass marriage, a toxic ass relationship, toxic ass roommate. I don't know, man. But you guys need to first start with that altar. You need to start with a prayer closet. You need to start with your practices right now. I see you guys are in the process of securing some type of wealth. Some of you guys are going back to school. You're investing in some type of license, merchandise, LLC. Maybe you guys are, I just said that, you guys are going back to school. You're solidifying yourself one way or another. And this is truly going to be beneficial to your wealth in the long run. Now, I don't see any overnight success here. But things that come easy don't last long. Things that last long would never come easy. So it's going to be important you trust the process. I see that you guys are also in the process of breaking a lot of generational trauma. With generational trauma, let's just talk about our mothers for a second. We get our hearts from our mothers. Our hearts is 50,000 years old. So because of that, we carry the shame, the pain, the beatings and everything. That shit goes back 50 years in us. That's why we are our ancestors. I don't know why I feel the need to overly explain that, but I want to bring that up because when we talk about generational trauma, sometimes we're talking about our great grandma, our grandma, and our mothers and their abuse, their entrapment, domestic violence, unable to live on their own because at one point in time women didn't have rights. I don't fucking know. But you guys are doing something that your mother, grandmother, or great-grandmother didn't get the chance to do, or if they did it at a very later age in their life. You guys are doing it early. And because of this goes back to these promising offers. The same pain, and again, it could be the men in your family, because generational trauma, it doesn't always have to deal with feminine energy, but I'm sorry, y'all. My mind is running 1,000 hours per hour because I had this fucking energy drink, knowing I got ADHD, so let me calm down. So, no, what the fuck was I about to say? I was going to say the generational trauma doesn't have to be about the mother. Okay, but when we turned into the age of Aquarius, December 21st, 2020, we turned into a feminine energy. Yes, Lee. How much water you drink today? How much water you drink today?
The morning and breakfast.
The morning and breakfast is pretty much the same, but go ahead. Earth is moving into feminine energy naturally. But more of what I'm trying to say is there's a breaking of generational curses, generational trauma here. And this is why the ancestors are telling you, you don't have to bear something alone. You guys need to connect with your practice, connect with your ancestors. All right, let me get my shit together. What else do Virgos need to know, ancestors? I didn't even know yesterday was 8/18 until like 11 o'clock at night. I was so pissed, but maybe I didn't need to manifest. Okay. So outside of that energy, I do see, again, not even trying to sound repetitive, connect more with yourself right now. The ancestors are wanting you guys to work on healing your heart. Let's pull this generational trauma back out. And it's like, as you guys are healing your heart chakra, you are strengthening your ancestors, whether you want to believe it or not. I see that all of this preparation, all this pain, all this suffering, all this lack or stagnicity hasn't been for no reason. Now, the next thing I'm going to say, it will not resonate with everybody because everybody will experience this level of success. It's the reality. I've been telling people this for the last 7 years. Just like everybody's not going to get married in this lifetime. Everybody's not going to have kids in this lifetime. Everybody's not going to live to 40. It's the reality. I see it every day. Anyways, saying this because you can't claim this now. And as you claim this, you're going to have to believe it. But someone here is meant to be successful. Someone's meant to be highly known. Someone's meant to be famous. Someone's possibly even meant to be world renowned. And because of that, you guys had to go through a series of lessons. Lessons that may have seemed like they were a little more intense than your peers, your neighbors, people that you've been knowing since childhood. They've never experienced the bullshit you're going through. It's because your future is a lot more bigger than theirs. Or I'm not going to say it's bigger than theirs, but you just have a lot more shit to do in the future. Going back to breaking generational trauma. I know y'all gonna get tired of me pulling this card out. But this is all for a reason. And because of this, it's going to be important you guys don't get too caught up trying to attach yourself to people who are not meant to experience that life with you. Some of you guys are dealing with straight up narcissistic people or people who have narcissistic traits. I told myself I'm about to stop calling people narcissistic. I know everybody's not narcissistic, but everybody got to also understand there's 7 different personality types to a narcissist. When people be like, oh, people aren't narcissists, this, that, and other, there's only this, that, and other. And you ask them, like, well, do you know the 7 different personality types of a narcissist? They're going to be like, I didn't even know there were 7 different personalities. Yeah, you fucking dumbass. And the thing is, everybody's not narcissists, but everybody has narcissistic tendencies. And it's like lack of self-awareness and emotional intelligence will have you out here thinking you're the perfect man and perfect woman when you do nothing but bring trauma and chaos into people's life. That's narcissistic. Not saying you're narcissistic. I'm saying you're carrying narcissistic traits. I carry narcissistic traits. Hell yeah, I did. You know why? Because for so long, I have been dealing with narcissists to the point that I end up picking up certain traits due to survival. Once I was no longer in that survival mode, I still carried those traits into my adulthood, making me arrogant and blindsided to my flaws. Libras are naturally arrogant anyway, so I'm telling y'all, it's hard. It's so fucking hard. No, it's not. It's so easy when the ancestors remind you of your flaws, but Libra, it's hard being a Libra, man. Anyways, I explain all that to say everybody's not narcissistic. Yeah, we get it, but everybody does have narcissistic tendencies and traits, and that's just the reality of the world. Some people are consumed with narcissism, which means why am I even talking about this shit? I do a separate live on that. I've literally studied the 7 different personalities. Anyways, individuals out of alignment, someone who disassociates, sweep things under the rug. They take absolutely no accountability for nothing. And there are opportunities in your life. Someone's around you only because they need you, not because they want you. Again, this could also go back to job opportunities or something in the employment environment. Whatever the case is, however this person treats you, that's how they feel about you. And I'm not talking about the words they say. I'm talking about their actions. So you will literally, again, be driving yourself crazy dealing with someone who literally throws stones and then hides their hand and act like you're the one that's crazy. And then try to humiliate you by catching your reaction on camera. Or, again, if this is not camera, they're telling your friends and family about it. They're making posts on social media. I see someone here does have multiple personalities. I don't know if this is you or them, Virgo. But multiple personalities is on the table, which just means that this person has several different sides to them, and or you have several different sides to you. And it's like, Virgo, I might give y'all a bonus. Let me not make promises I might not be able to keep. But okay, so it's like with these multiple personalities, say someone has 4 different personalities. Every single one of their personality is stubborn and fixed. So it's like they're stuck in their ways, but at the same time of being stuck in their ways, they have many different ways about them. I don't know if that makes sense, man. I'll show you though. Both of these came out back to back. Regardless, however that may resonate, I do see as of right now, you guys are in the process of rebuilding. You guys are in the process of starting over. Going back to the theme of your message was laying it on an altar. You guys have completed probably one of the most hardest cycles that you've experienced this year or possibly your life. I don't know. And I see as you guys are experiencing this completion, they want you to remain silent right now. Privacy is silent. Your privacy is your power right now. People cannot mess up what they don't know. You guys are about to discover newfound confidence as well. Even if you're not feeling this energy right now, very soon you will. Yeah, someone's getting a divorce. Someone's getting a divorce. Someone's ghosting another individual. There's a separation here. And it's like they're blocking the other individual. Okay, I have like 5 scenarios that just popped in my head. Ancestors, slow down. So, where someone's getting a divorce, they're separating, there's some type of ghosting situation here. It's like someone's going no contact, someone's going to change their number, or someone's blocking an individual. At one point in time, if you guys were going through, for those who resonate with this, if you guys were going through like a friendly divorce or separation, and maybe you guys were still sleeping with each other, something's going to happen overnight where you're just done with this person once and for all and for good. Again, everybody's not married, so this could be a breakup. There's some type of separation. But it's like, even though something could have ended in May, it took to August or September for you guys to finally go no contact or finally start the process of emotionally detaching. Yeah, someone woke up and smelled the roses. I see as of right now, the ancestors want you to slow down and make sure you're trying not to rush some type of process when it comes to healing. Then I have nightlife, striptease, gamble in Vegas. Hold on. Some of you guys could be enjoying your singlehood right now, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But just be mindful of who you're going out with. Be mindful of the clubs you're going to, because there's a lot of sketchy energy around you. Oh, well, you're making healthy choices, though, so I guess y'all wise. You guys are wise. You're intuitive. You have discernment. Y'all know exactly what to do. Because I was about to say be mindful of the clubs you're going to, but I do see healthy choices here. So even if you find yourself overindulging too much, it's like you guys have your limits before you start to check yourself. So that's good. I got healthy choice in the nightlife here. If you're able to find a balance, then motive be. But I do see you guys are running around with somebody who's two-faced as fuck. And this is a friend of yours, a new friend, or a friend that you recently reconciled with. They don't like the fact that you guys are going through this glow up. They don't like the fact that you have some type of newfound freedom. Some of you guys, I heard, if this is a baby mama, baby daddy situation, and say like you're cool with the siblings or you're cool with the auntie, the brother, or whatever like that, even if you and another individual separated and you still try to stay in contact with the family, that family's fake as fuck towards you. They're two-faced. They're a backstabber. They can't stand it. You're making healthy choices. You're out having fun. You done woke up and smelled them up. Let me stop cussing. You guys done woke up and smelled the roses. Someone can't stand the fact you're going through a glow up. Someone can't stand the fact that you're no longer suffering. And again, it's going to be the person you least expect. This could be like a baby daddy's sister. And it's like, well, what the fuck? Why would you even be worried about me? Shit. I got a brother who has a baby mama, and it's just like, it's just so weird to me. Me and my brother used to be like this since kindergarten. I used to fight boys for him. He used to fight girls for me. Elementary, middle school type shit. Wasn't no grown man hitting no grown woman. But me and my brother, that was my A1 day one. Like, all his homies knew I was go for him. And then he met this weirdo. Big doofus ass motherfucker. And she just started acting real like, you act like I'm fucking my brother. My brother. Biological. Same mom, same dad, same last name. Looks just like my son looks just like him. I don't know. I'm just bringing that up because there do be weird situations like that. Like if your baby daddy's sister or it's weird. It's just so fucking weird. Because it's like, how could me and you ever be in competition when we don't even pull the same breed of men? I would never date a nigga like my brother. You gotta have massive low self-esteem to date that nigga. I would never. Let me stop talking about whose sign is this, Virgo? Okay. Because you never know who's stalking my page. Anyways, going back to the reading, the divine has a plan for you. Faith is trust in the process without knowing the plan. Then I have the prize, self-sacrifice, deprived from affection, mental prisons, and trying to keep you stuck. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about someone craving freedom or a way out. Some of you guys feel like you're deprived. And it doesn't have to be deprived from the things that I said. Self-sacrifice, deprived from affection. Some of you guys could feel like you're deprived from your self-sufficiency. You're deprived from a life that you're meant to be living. Some of you guys know that you should have a lot more than what you have right now. Or you should be a lot more than who you are right now. But due to trauma bonds, due to toxic family members, due to unseen circumstances and challenges, you feel like you're being deprived from your success, your happiness, or your abundance. That's not the case. The divine has a plan for you. Faith is trusting the process without understanding the plan. Life is about the journey, not the destination. And I know you guys are probably tired of me saying it, but everything you went through has been nothing but a character development. They were necessary lessons to get you to where you're going next. Now that you have a new level of maturity, a new level of discipline, a new level of insight, divine eyesight, and discernment, you could continue on your journey to the things that you want and desire. Never compare your life to anybody else. Everything that is glitter is definitely not gold. And I'm telling you, we all know this by now. You know how many motherfuckers get on social media and lie every day? It's so easy to paint an illusion. Shit, did y'all see that video about that car that drove in through a restaurant while somebody was on live? I seen that shit. I'm like, that's AI. The next day, I'm seeing TMZ share the video. All these people are sharing the video. And I'm like, oh, so it's not AI? Have I reached the level where I'm not able to decipher reality from AI? Believe half of the shit you see on here. Anyway, siblings and cousins are coming out. Unfortunately, your siblings, unfortunately, your cousins, their growth is stunning. I know, I just got done talking about my brother. I do not mean to talk about that man. Yeah, I know at the beginning of this year, it was probably in the middle of this year, I was talking about how much I miss my brother and I love him and I just wish I could tell him that I love him. And then when I finally got a hold of him, he told me he hated me and I was a bitch and you don't got no sisters and fuck you. I'm only laughing because I'd rather my brother be arrogant and aggressive than be out here fragile and broken under the bridge. Like, if it's fuck me, cool. Don't ask me for nothing else in this life. But I also know the stubbornness that he has, he will never allow himself to fall off because he's too prideful to ever ask me for help. So I know deep down inside, my brother's good, but fuck that nigga. Anyways, though, siblings and cousins are here. Their growth is stunning, unfortunately. There's some tests. These tests have to do with family secrets, gossip, and talk around. These people are selfish and out for their stuff. They have their hand out. Some of you guys are about to move into the most beautiful home you ever lived in. The biggest home you ever lived in, the best neighborhood you ever lived in. There is a new level coming your way. And the only reason it took this long to get you to where you're about to go is because how drastic the change is. It's not just about moving a new home or going into a new state. You have hella contracts that are coming to an end. Hella people that you once used to be thoroughly connected to and attached to who would never have this address. So it's beyond moving and all this other stuff. You guys have a new beginning here. And like I always say, before every new level, there's a new devil. There's a test here. But we're going to call these devils old devils. Now, earlier I said y'all was an easy target. Whether in a workplace, whether in your friends, your family, romantic, they view you as an easy target. They viewed you as dumb, slow, weak, people pleaser, insecure. They viewed you as desperate for validation, desperate for approval. That's why you never let another human validate you. When you allow outsiders to validate you, you also give them the permission to break you. And maybe at one point in time, you were living for your mother's validation, your father's validation. I mean, it's pretty fucking normal to want to be validated by the people who created you. Maybe validated by your siblings and cousins. Maybe validated by your family. But because of that, you were an easy target. This is them always asking you for money. If this is them talking about you, projecting on you, making you the scapegoat one way or another. So I definitely see before you have this drastic life change that's going to be happening. Why I just see 9/11, maybe November, maybe September 11th. There's also a lot of realizations you guys are going to come into. Maybe the realization that you have to finally cut the cord. You have to finally make a decision. Either it's you or them. I swear to God, I didn't even know this card was about to come out. I did not know these cards are coming out. The ancestors are thoroughly here. I said it's either you or them. You're either going to self-sacrifice to continue to pour into a bottomless cup of people who don't even appreciate or value you, or you're going to put yourself first, come into your villain era, your selfish era, and continue to walk this path towards prosperity so you could come into your life purpose and get everything it is that you desire. But unfortunately, you can't have both. Because if you thought you could have both, you're bringing people into a frequency they never fucking deserve. You're bringing people into a life experience they never fucking deserved. Then when I say somebody's going to be famous here, and the take it resonates, someone's going to be famous, someone's going to be well respected. Even if this is like you having 10,000 followers on Facebook, everybody goes is different. Somebody going to be well fucking known. And you were already played to the left. You were already underestimated. You were already an easy target. You were already put in the failure lane, if that's a saying. So why the fuck would you? Who's that nigga that just made that video? I do not know none of these men and that rap. I know none of them. I don't even know all the R&B people. But there's a man that went live the other day because his mama was complaining about how he don't give her any money. Was it Finesse 2 times? I'm surprised I even know that word name. But here it is. Why the fuck would you put people on who made you an easy target when you had nothing? It's bigger than you. You're not reaching some type of success so you can fucking flex, so you can join FOMO culture. At least that's not what my tribe is doing. We're trying to make sure our life is the easiest as possible in the long run in the future. For self-sufficiency, making money to disappear and not be seen. If you're seen on the computer, you're seen on social media, but in public, ain't nobody bumping into you. Why? Because you're keeping your energy exclusive. It's bigger than you. It's not even about you. You're just the one that's assigned the assignment. And this reminds me of Moana, when she was just like, why the fuck me? I'm not stroking up for this shit. And it's like, well, Moana, you ain't really got no fucking choice. Of course, they didn't say that in the movie, but that's just what it is. You don't have a choice. You were chosen throughout your bloodline. Where if you want to think this is some spiritual hocus pocus shit, or you ready to really tap in, some of you guys are about to be scared. God damn. All these goddamn cards. Some of you guys are about to be scared. Some of you guys are going to start to experience dreams you've never fucking experienced. Maybe seeing deceased relatives you never seen. This is bigger than you. Your success is bigger than some FOMO culture. It's about the generational trauma and creating a generational legacy. You were chosen out your bloodline. So, Rare, if you want to believe it or not, I suggest you go watch Moana 1 and 2 because I'm getting strong vibes, even if you're a man. But if you want to believe in this or not, you were chosen. Many are called upon, but few are chosen. And you literally were chosen to come into this life purpose. Now, of course, I don't have a timeline. I don't even know what it is. I could try to pull financial cards. But at the same time, I just feel like this is going to come to you when you least expect it. Now, I do have the BS matrix shit on the table. I see there's third parties. I see that there's a man playing house with 2 different families. This could be a woman as well. I see there's a lot of sexual-based relationships here. Hit it and quidditch, trauma bonds. Again, married men acting single, but that's literally a small thing to a giant when we're talking about you being the richest one in your family. The most stable, the most happiest, the most creative, most self-sufficient. So yeah, stay away from friends and family members. Oh, I didn't even notice these cards came out back to back. Yeah, the ancestors is talking to y'all today. Stay away from friends and family members who are coming back around from the past. Say no to second chances because so much is going to be exposed. And if you're still out here chasing validation, you're still out here chasing people, you're still out here kissing people's ass, then when you reach this will be your demise. The first will be last and the last will be first. Just like Krishan. I don't think she was out here chasing validation, but she was definitely out here chasing blue face validation. Looks different on everybody. And it's like, yeah, you can make it. You can rise all the way to the top. And I always tell people, it's not about how quick you come up. Anybody can have a come up. A come up can last 2-3 days. But it's about how long you maintain it. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. And that's when we really start to talk about wealth instead of this fast living FOMO culture, splurge on this, splurge on that. Nah, man, it's not about how much you spend. It's about how much you can maintain. Say all this to say, if you were to experience this right now while still being in your easy target, yes, man, people pleasing energy, this will be your demise and kill you off a lot sooner than having your regular life you have now. Most high breaks our hearts to save our souls, but everybody's soul out here is not being saved. I usually say that when I talk about romantic relationships and trauma bonds, like, oh yeah, I know the realization or the exposure made your heart fall out your chest. But imagine the women who were in marriages for 25, 35, 45 years, and it took all that time for them to realize the shit, and now they're really in a fucked up position because they're older. You rather have your heart broke, you rather be broke, you rather have all your fucking lessons in your 20s and 30s than in your late 40s and 50s. It's just common sense. So yeah, you may have been broke, you may have been down and out, you may have been crying, you may have felt alone, you may have overindulged in drinking, you may have stopped drinking. Regardless, you had to go through these character development lessons. So when you experience this, you won't be out here like Krishan or Dr. Umar. The real question is, did Dr. Umar even really make it? What was the most money he really had? Or was that nigga just living donation to donation? I don't know, man. I can't do too much on Dr. Umar because I'll be fake as fuck. Dr. Umar was literally the sole reason why I became pro-black. I was pro-black before I was spiritual. I've been doing this shit since 18. Dr. Umar was the sole reason why I became pro-black. Dr. Umar was the sole reason I locked my hair. Dr. Umar was the sole reason I wanted to be a teacher. I put too much fucking hope in that man. Imagine how dumb I felt when I was 24 years old and I found out this nigga was a scam. Mind you, I'm talking to a nigga, right? And he used to tell me, he's like, why you following that nigga? Fuck that nigga this, that. And I used to be like, you're just jealous of him. You're just jealous of him. Nah, man. Those men were right. Dr. Umar is a scammer. And all the donations, I got emails I can screenshot right now. It's embarrassing. Moral story is never fucking idolize anybody because I was idolizing him. I never idolized nobody else ever the fuck again. Motherfuckers be whole jokes out here. Embarrassing. But again, I can't lie and say that if it wasn't for him, I would not be this right now. And that's just the truth. If it wasn't for Hidden Colors, I'd probably still be praying to Jesus. I used to pray to Jesus and go to church. So I still, it's all love to Dr. Umar. It's just ego. People become a slave to their egos and greed. And ego and greed makes the lower self arrogant. And once the lower self becomes, I made a post yesterday. And once the lower self becomes arrogant, the lower self thinks it's invincible. So just because someone started out a certain way doesn't mean that they're going to maintain it. And just because someone finishes a certain way doesn't mean their intentions was like that from day one, if that makes sense. Like someone can start a foundation with the most purest intentions, but 20 years later get caught up in greed and ego and turn into, who's the church nigga? Why would I call him Keith Sweat? Y'all know who he is, the church dude. He got all the gospel music. What is that man's name? I see his face, but I keep saying Keith Sweat. It's not Keith Sweat. I told you, I don't know these celebrities like that. I don't watch music videos. I just listen to music. Let me get off here because somebody not getting on the live today. Virgo, your live wasn't supposed to be this long. All right, let me get ready to wrap this up. Who the fuck? Kirk Franklin. Okay, Kirk Franklin, Keith Sweat. I guess it's the case. But it's just like Kirk Franklin. When Kirk Franklin first started out, I am 99% sure that he had pure intentions. But towards the end of Kirk Franklin's career and him gyrating and flapping his dang on stage, he got caught up in devil energy. So just because someone starts out with pure intentions doesn't mean they finish with pure intentions. And just because someone starts out with bad intentions don't mean they can't end with pure intentions. Moral of the story is never idolize anybody because we are all human and humans change. And change is something that nobody can ever stop. It's just like me. I could be the shit right now. And by 35, something could happen to me that fucks my mental health up. And then I'm out here talking crazy. The original right mind Pretty Brown would never want you to follow that version of me. Anyways, let me shut the fuck up. Let's conclude Virgo's reading because it was never supposed to be this long. Yeah, so I got paid partitioners here, man. It's a lot of kitchen witches. This could be an old ass, like, why am I cussing so much? This could be an older lady. This could be an older, brainwashed by elders, bad influence. But I also got paid partitioner here. Someone's trying to make you stray away from peace and happiness. But going back to that plot twist, this is the second time plot twist come out. I got another plot twist that came out earlier, but I'm not digging through that. But with this plot twist, which is just your realignment, whatever it is someone's trying to have planned for you, it's going to backfire on them. Someone wants you to sabotage your life purpose. Someone wants you to sabotage your new home. And the fucked up part is you guys could have been homeless. You guys could have had to work 3-4 jobs. You had to go through a lot just to experience or receive what you're about to receive. Meanwhile, you have family members and motherfuckers over here trying to pay for your downfall. They want you to stray away from this. They want you to neglect this. They want you or need you to fumble. And this is why you need to be mindful of the company you're choosing to keep. And again, someone's elder is trying to brainwash them. Someone's trying to talk fears into your plan. If this is not your elder, be mindful. This could be like a baby daddy's family, a baby mama's family. Someone trying to get you, someone's trying to get you to reconcile with someone that's not for you. This is a false twin flame, a false soulmate. There's no spiritual union here for those who resonate with this, especially if you're dealing with another earth sign, another Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Not only that, someone is on drugs, and we ain't talking about weed. And then I have lying about stability or income, undercover homosexual. This is you, the first red flag of someone who's like a drug addict. Alright. I keep saying I'm going to wrap this up. I am. Shit, Sagittarius might not get a reading today. Alright, to conclude Virgo's reading, the pieces are coming together in your life. Find a desire to live and not just exist. Stop living for everybody else and start living for you, Virgo. I have been all over the place in your reading. Let them do what they need to do to be happy, and you do what you need to do to be happy. It's time to move forward with a light heart, make peace with your past, and remember the goal is to allow your heart to be as light as a feather. Generational legacy. I already said this though. Ancestors have been on point with the downloads. You broke a lot of generational curses despite the hardship and challenges. Your pain didn't go in vain. You're turning generational curses into generational legacy. And the only thing I ask of you, Virgo, is don't forget me when you reach the top. I mean, I'll meet you there, but a little shout out ain't never hurt nobody. Anyways, this concludes your reading. Please like, share, comment, or follow. And until next time, guys, peace.